Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris. I'm a coach and sports therapist. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, everybody else. Say hello in that comment section, just like Kim did. It's good to see you. It's good to have you back. And yeah, don't be a stranger. Don't be shy. It's nice to see you all. Okay. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you're having an amazing week. It is officially our upper body prehab session. Okay, so it's all about corrective exercise, all about corrective biomechanics, corrective movement patterns. So we reduce injury rates and boost performance. That is the name of the game for Thursday and Fridays. And that is what I am very passionate about. Okay, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, say hello in the comment section, and give the video a thumbs up because you're awesome and it's nice to be here. So things you're going to need today are your mats. Okay, number one, big open space, so you can start fishing, stretch around. Okay, you're going to need a pole if you have one. Okay, don't hit your lights. I learned the hard way. They don't last very long if you smash them. You're going to need some weights. Finally, got some weights. They're only small. That's all they had, but they're mine and they're here. So, and if you have little bands, you're going to need, get this one out, the little red one, if you have one. Okay, if you don't, then don't worry. If you want to use dumbbells, you can use dumbbells, and so on and so forth. If you don't have dumbbells, use your bands. If you don't have anything, let me know and I can find alternatives for you. Okay, you're going to need a little balance pad. Okay, it's more for your head, so if you have a cushion, grab a cushion. Okay, it's just to support our neck on some of these exercises that we're going to be doing. Okay, good morning, Tim. How you doing, buddy? And good morning, everybody else. So, to kick things off, hopefully you've all started the all-important watches, so you are officially doing the workout and everything is tracked and recorded. Got to get those targets and those points, haven't you? Okay, so you're going to be in all four position. You're going to slide underneath. You're going to come down, drop the shoulder, get that stretch. You're going to stretch all the way around. You're going to come down, swap sides, drop down, come all the way around, just like so. Look at that. Perfect. Good. That's it. Keep it going. Big drop around. Good. Two more. Good. Now, from there, what you're going to do, if you can, and you have an object like a sofa or somewhere that you can hold your fingertips down, what I want you to try and do is hold your body like this, okay? Your wrist is going to be dead straight like so, okay? You're going to have that shoulder, elbow, and wrist all in line, so you've got those beautiful little right angles, okay? Those fingertips, and then I'm going to slide underneath a piece of furniture like a sofa. You're going to draw your legs up, okay, and you're going to rotate that body so that upper body is dead straight on the floor. So it's a rotation and an anti-rotational exercise, okay? So wrists, elbows, shoulders, spine, especially upper spine, all on the floor. Those hips rotating, keeping the gap between the thighs the same now, okay? This big rotation, side to side, should feel that stretch in the pecs, in the shoulders, potentially upper back, potentially rib cage, depending on how flexible you are. Big deep breaths. Rotating around. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. From there, you're going to spin around. You're going to lay it on your side in that nice little right angle that we've done before in classes, okay? You're trying to keep your knees still. Your hands are going to come up. You're going to go forward. You're going to tap. Then they're going to stretch all the way out. Again, gluing those shoulders down when you get to the opposite side. Tapping down, reaching. Now, if you have a sofa like with the previous exercise, just use this hand, okay, that you're rotating around. Just slide it underneath the sofa, draw it down to help that shoulder. You should feel that increased stretch in the upper thoracic spine and that upper back. You're aiming to glue both shoulders down as you rotate, keeping the knees as still as you possibly can, okay? This is a real important one. That's it. Big stretch, big reach around. Good. Swap the sides. Exact same set, okay? So reach around, get that right angle. Good morning, Anne. How you doing? Just like so. Big stretch, big open. Work, drawn down. Squeeze to that lowest end, okay? That's going to give you that mobility that you're after. It's going to give you the shoulder range. And then afterwards, we're going to help develop the strength. Okay, so if you struggle with this, you need to foam roll more. Okay, you need to break down the tissue. Then you need to do the stretches like this. Okay, to work on that mobility. Then you need to do the strengthening exercises. Okay, that's how to make a lasting change in your body. So big drive out, squeezing at the bottom. Good, 2 more. Good. From there, going back into that exercise where you slide your fingertips underneath the sofa. Okay, again, legs up into a right angle, going over. Focus on that range of movement. Focus on gluing the wrist down, elbows down, and the shoulders. So big deep breaths all the way through. Rotating the hips, keeping the knees and thighs off the floor if you can though. You want that stress in the abdomen. You want that stretch right up in the opposite corner. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, okay, so from there, go back into that right angle on the side, okay? What you're going to do, you're going to stretch forward, you're going to come all the way around, gluing those fingertips to the floor, rotating the hand, gluing the shoulder down to the floor, coming all the way around to your bum, going all the way back around, rotating, gluing it down like so. Okay, so the hand, you really want to keep in contact with the floor all the way through. Most often people lose contact in this position there, okay, but it's gluing that shoulder down and getting that upper thoracic spine to rotate as you're doing the movement. So you want as much as that arm. So if you can get the fingertips down, that's easy, okay? Is your arm straight? Is your shoulder glued down from there all the way around as you're doing that movement? What's the quality of it look like? Okay. Good. One more. Good. Swap sides. It's a big reach. Rotate all the way around. Again, rotating that shoulder, focusing on it. Now, what you notice on me, my knee, this leg tries to lift up. I'm going to try and draw it forward. I'm going to force that stretch in that shoulder as I come up, because it's going to be that flexibility issue that is kind of really working hard on yourself. So be strict. Last one, big stretch round. Nice and easy. Good. Okay. So, first off, you're going to have a band. If you have a band, okay. If not, use weights. Okay. But this one is more of a activation exercise as opposed to a weight bearing exercise, all right? But if you have to, use dumbbells, okay? But if you can and you have both, use a band, all right? It's going to be much more challenging for you, okay? So your legs are going to be out, okay? Ideally, the band is going to go straight across your legs, all right? Your back is nice and straight. Lean up against a wall or a piece of furniture just to make sure that back is straight, okay? You're going to come up with a high elbow, okay? You're going to rotate over the head, hit that right angle, back down, okay? So it's up, rotate, back down. Keep it up, keep it going. Good, two more. You're feeling it already, but you're working hard, okay? So keep it up, keep it going. Good, okay. So from there, move a little forward, okay? Place your hands on the back of the sofa, but try and bring your hands together and push your chest up and out. As you keep your feet nice and straight, your toes tucked up, knees facing the sky, just like so. You should feel that all across here, going across, which is brilliant. And puff your chest out, like so. This is going to really help with that flexibility and that mobility as we strengthen into that new movement pattern. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Same again. Get yourself ready. Make sure those bands are fully firm on that foot. Okay. Don't want any sliding off. Don't want any people getting hurt. So on and so forth. Okay. So make sure the legs are directly in front of the hip, which again is directly in front of the shoulder. Okay. Go to 3, 2, 1. Coming up, rotating, up, down, back, forward. Okay. High elbows, right angle, back. There. Okay. Be really strict with your form because it makes a huge difference on where you are actually getting strong compared to where you think you are getting strong. Okay, that is the biggest difference. Two more. Last one. Good. Shake it out. Shake your hands off. Move slightly forward again. Legs straight. Arms around the back. Careful that elbow. Perfect. So big deep breaths after this. You can grab a drink. You let me know how you're doing in the comment section, and I'll show you what's to come. Okay. Good. Nice and easy. Shake it out. Grab a little drink. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling. If you have weights, grab them now. If you don't, keep your band on you. Okay. All right. If you do have weights, start light if you can. So I got these. What I'd recommend on this one is anything from 1 kilograms to like 2.5, maybe 3 at a push. What I'd say is keep it light. If you have weight plates, if you have a small kettlebell, you can hold that. If you want to work on your forearm grip, you can hold the ball or the handle, rest the ball up against your forearm. You know what I mean when I explain it in a minute. But if you have dumbbells, they're probably your go-to. If not, this band will work you just as hard, I promise you. If not, potentially harder. All right. So you're going to need a cushion of some kind. This isn't necessarily for any advanced exercise. It's mostly for your head. Okay. Because then that way your spine is straight, which is the goal. Okay. Right. Now, move back a little bit. Okay. Gonna go up into a right angle. You're gonna rest your head on the pillow. I'm gonna get another one just because I want my neck to be straight, and that's really important. Okay. So super important that you keep that spine nice and straight because you don't want it compromised and you don't want anything stretching or tensing when you're trying to work other things. Okay. So it's going to be that nice little right angle. You've got a straight spine. It goes all the way down into your pelvis. Your pelvis is there. Nice little T shape. From there, you're going to hold a weight. You're going to glue your elbow into your ribs. Okay. You're going to come down. You're going to rotate up like so. So that arm is now dead straight in regards to my body. Okay. I'm not going too far back. I'm not rolling around with my chest. My spine stays straight, and I'm imagining I've got a wall behind me. Now, if you want to use a piece of furniture and actually have that behind you so you cannot go past there, then please do so. Just be careful, obviously, you don't use your dumbbells to mark your walls and stuff and damage your house. Okay, so it's there, coming all the way up here, all the way there, whilst you don't rotate anything else, okay? It's really important you don't move anything else, all right? So, firm grip, okay? If you're using a band, you're going to hold it with this hand as you stretch out from there, okay? So that creates your resistance as you're doing that, all right? So proud chest, puffing it out, okay? Nice and relaxed, rotating, squeezing the back, coming down, nice and easy. And you should feel it as you're doing so. If you have any questions about any of these exercises, let me know, okay? I won't be offended, I promise you. It's the only way you're going to learn. Okay, keeping that right angle. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good. So from there, swap your sides. You can just roll over. I'm going to swap sides just so you can see what I'm doing. Just like so, okay? Making sure that back is straight. You've got a nice right angle with the legs is really important because it's going to help secure that back. Now just take your time with it as you're doing it, all right? You ready? Let's go. Some arms are going to have more mobility than others. Just make sure that wrist is strong. And by a strong wrist, I mean a straight wrist, okay? So it's not bending forward, it's not bending back. You're not rotating it or moving it as you rotate the shoulder, okay? You're keeping that wrist and elbow strong. Good, last one. Good. Okay, from there, spin around again. What we're going to do is keep the rest to a minimal, okay? And the reason being is because generally they're quite endurance-based muscles. So if you give them long rest, now it's different if you're rehabbing it, okay, and you've got injuries there, okay, then you would have the rest. But because they're endurance-based muscles, we want to reduce that rest so it can induce that fatigue a little bit more, which challenges our technique of why we're doing what we're doing. Say 2 more. Remember, keeping that right angle nice and strict. If you need a mirror, use a mirror. Good job. Swap sides. There we go. So keep it up, keep it going. On that elbow nice and tight. Shouldn't leave your t-shirt as you rotate. Shouldn't feel your spine necessarily moving as it holds that position. Good, last one. Perfect, well done. So, having a little rest, okay? You're gonna hop your mats over the other side, okay? Now, if you want to change the weight, you can, because the arm's gonna go in a slightly different pattern. Now, okay, it's gonna go from there to here, okay? So you may want to adjust the weight, you may be absolutely fine. It all depends on you, and that's subjective based on whatever you're using and how strong you are, okay? Now, the goal is to keep that wrist as strong as you can. You are only coming up to a straight angle, okay? So it's in line with your shoulder, okay? You're not going further because then that will place stress on the shoulder in a negative way and potentially injure you, okay? We don't want that. We want that instability there so you can be all wobbly. And then I want you to come down nice and flat. Keep it to about here. Imagine you're driving and back up. Okay, so the first one starts off the floor. From now on, you're holding it to here and coming out in line with that shoulder, all right? So that back is dead straight, puffing that chest out. Nice right angle with the legs. Neck is nice and neutral because the lean arm cushions. Okay, go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Big draw up. Big draw down. Pause. Up as tall as you can. Good. Feel that instability in the shoulder as you draw up. Good, one more. Perfect, good job. Swapping sides. Should feel a little bit easier compared to the last exercise, okay? And that's because bigger muscles are being recruited alongside the smaller muscle groups that we just trained, okay? That being said, some of you might be finding it harder just because you don't tend to do this type of exercise as you're there, okay? So as soon as you're there, ready, let's go. Have that stability at the top, okay? So pause for a second, then come down. That's it, keep it up, keep it going. Good, last one. Good. Okay, so from there, slide in your mats out of the way. Okay, what you're going to do is be using 2 dumbbells now. Okay, again, relatively light. You're not doing it for the weight, although you potentially will find it challenging. Your lower back is going to be glued to the floor, like so. Your palms are up and off the floor. You're coming all the way over. Okay, you're going to tap. Come all the way back, tap your bum, all the way over, tap. Now that lower back is glued down to the floor, okay? Your knees are directly above your hips, they're not over your abdomen, okay? So effectively, you're in that right angle position here, your neck is neutral, you're coming all the way over, just like we did in some of the warm-up exercises. All the way back. Now, if you want to touch the floor, you can touch the floor with your knuckles, okay? As you're holding up, you're kind of feeling literally about an inch away or so, okay? Now, if you don't have dumbbells, okay, or kettlebells or kind of any weight source, right, you can use household objects, a couple of jars, you know, a couple of tins. It could be just some weight plates, okay? Or you can just use your fingertips, because I promise you after a while it's going to be hard on your shoulders regardless, all right? Especially if you struggle with this type of thing anyway, okay? So, nice right angle, glue that lower back down, arm straight, all the way through, all the way up, nice and steady. Big deep breaths, gluing that lower back down as you stretch over, keeping those arms straight. That's going to be the real struggle. Set 2 more. Good. Good. So from there, what you're going to do is bring your arms back into that right angle, okay? Your hands are going to come over like so, gluing that lower back down, coming back up, okay? They're going to go slowly down. You might not be able to go all the way down, okay? Back up, all the way down, back up, okay? Now making sure that that wrist is strong, it's not going down and just tapping wrist in a bent action, okay? It is dead straight. You're coming down and tapping either your watch very carefully or the kind of back side of your hand by here as you come down, tapping big drive up. Now it's really important to ensure that that elbow is directly in line with that shoulder. It should go all the way through and be in line with the opposite elbow. That lower back is glued. Now, if you're finding it easy, you're going to lift up your legs and challenge your entire core as you rotate there and come up, okay? If you're using a band, what I'd like you to do is glue it underneath your feet, okay? And then pull into that position and then pull into that position. It will be a lot tougher, like I said earlier. Bands tend to challenge you much more neurally as well as strength-wise, okay? So, coming up into that position if you can. All right, it's going all the way over, nice and steady when you're ready. Back up. As low as you can, keep those wrists nice and strong up. So, almost there. Couple more. Good, last time. Good job. Well done. Sitting up nice and tall, okay? Now, from there, coming down, nice and deep. Your arms are going to come back. Now, if you can, keep your legs straight, and you're going to tuck your toes down and your knees away from yourself. If you need to, because I'm so tall, where the camera position is, I'm going to bend my knees. But if you can, try and keep your legs straight, okay? And knees off, all right? The only thing that should be on the floor is your toes, your hips, your abdomen, and your forehead, okay? Your arms are going to stay off the floor, just like so, okay? Arms are dead straight like here, okay? Head down, you are coming up, drawing back like you were coming forward, okay? So it's holding up as much as you can. So these, all right, need to be relatively light, okay, for you to be able to do it. Now, some of you may need to drop the weight completely and just use your hands or band, or what we're going to do in a bit is use a bar, okay? But for now, keep hold of those weights, okay? You ready? Go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Big lift up, big draw down. Good, keep it up. One more. Good job, well done. Shake it out. Big deep breaths. So it should be very challenging, borderline hard, real tough. And some of you are going to feel it in that upper back, some of you are going to feel it in those arms, some of you are going to feel it in that lower back and hamstrings. It all depends on, it's a chain of muscles, and it's your posterior chain, okay? So it's going to depend on where your weakest links are in those chains, okay? So I had an interesting conversation with someone the other day about posterior chain. Couldn't feel it in this area, felt it in this area. Is that right? Yes, it's completely normal, okay? It all comes down to where your weakest If you're strong in the arms, strong in the upper back, you're not going to feel it there. However, if you're weak in the lower back, weak in the hamstrings, they're going to be screaming, and it's completely normal. All right, as long as your technique is perfect, your form is good, and you're doing what I'm doing, then you're fine. Okay, it just comes down to a weakness and where you're most vulnerable. Right. So, getting ready, same again. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Big draw up, big drive back. Good, and relax. Well done. Okay, so this next one, you're going to lift up nice and tall, similar to the one we did on our back. However, this time you're going to lift up, you're going to come all the way around to your hip, all the way back down. Okay, so it's the initial lift, the big drive around to our hips. Okay, as soon as we get to our pockets, okay, we're going to come all the way back up, tap, back down. Okay. Make sure you engage before you lift, okay? Make sure you squeeze, then draw up, okay? Don't just kind of throw it up there nice and loosely. Try and control each movement, all right? It's slow and steady. You're not trying to spin your arms on 100 miles an hour. Just trying to control it from there all the way down, nice and steady. Tap, try and draw that shoulder down like you're reaching for your knees, not your hips. Come all the way back, drop down, squeeze, draw back up. Okay, you ready? Go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Big lift up. Tall as you can, keep it there. Tap your hips, tap them together, back to the floor. Big deep breath in, coming up, all the way around. So last one. Amazing job. So with those kettlebells, dumbbells, what you're going to do, you're going to balance them like so directly in front of you. Okay, you are going to come up, going to get your bar if you can. How are we doing so far? Struggling to do it with the weight. Yeah, it's a tough one. Good you're enjoying it, Tim. It's always nice to hear. So with the weights, sometimes less is more, right? Sometimes you've got to remember your arm is a weight, okay? And all your body sees is load and stress. It reacts to stress because of a load. Your mind sees the number, okay? So your mind knows, oh, well, I was lifting this when I was doing that, and lifting that when I was doing that, or what are they lifting, and so on and so forth. Don't let your ego get in the way, and those numbers play games with you and slow down your progress, okay? Sometimes less is more, okay? With your bar, okay? You're going to take dumbbells to the corners of your mats, okay? This is where you try and find balance on them. So they balance relatively well. Now this band, this bar is going to go over the other side. Okay. Now naturally, some of you are going to knock this bar, these dumbbells over all the time. Okay. And that's the goal, not to do it. Okay. So you're going to come up, you're going to draw higher than that, you're going to draw back, come forward, drop it down, come back up. Okay. All right. So gently get ready. If you can, set up your dumbbells in a way that is going to challenge you. If they're too tall, okay, and lay them down. Come up a little bit that way so it challenges you as an individual. Don't worry about anybody else, all right? So all you need is an object in the way that you have to get over, okay? Even if that's just a cup that is upside down, like I've done in the past. Okay, so head down, spine straight, coming up in 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall, all the way down. Big deep breaths, keep it going. One more. Good job, well done. Shake it out. How was that? Let me know. How are you doing? Big deep breaths. Grab a little drink. We've got one more round, then it's done. Then we're stretching. Yeah. And that's the thing. Sometimes you don't even need the weight. You know, it's a hard exercise. Most of us tend to be rounded in our shoulders. Most of us are down, drop down in this position, so we can't even get our hands directly above us without then compromising our back and so on. So being able to tuck under with your hip, so your back is dead straight. Okay, so it's there, and then here. Okay, then to get the other one directly there. Okay, now you notice how this one's a little tighter from this angle. Okay, even a smidge, there we go, working really hard. Now if I draw the back down, notice my left hand go forward a little, okay? And that's because I'm left-handed, so I've got a lot more tension there because I overuse it, all right? Now, comes down to correcting that, loosening that through soft tissue work, massage, foam rolling, massage guns, and so on, getting into that shoulder, building up greater strength. Now, I'm stronger in this this hand because I'm left-handed, okay? However, it's going to be less stability because it's overused compared to my right side, right? This is going to help correct that, right? And for me, compared to what I used to be, it's corrected it massively, right? It's going to do the exact same for you, okay? So for some times, just using the bar is going to be enough. Sometimes it's going to be using those arms is just enough. Don't worry about, oh, well, he's using weights, he's using a band, he's using this, he's using that, you know, because ultimately, it's find out where you are at and finding your level. Everyone always jumps to the advanced exercises because they're going to think they're going to get more out of it. When in reality, if the biomechanics is wrong, okay, all you're doing is yourself a disjustice in the sense where you're also potentially increasing the risk of injury, as well as you're just not going to be able to hold those shapes, okay? If you look at exercises as shapes like I do, okay, then you want to hold that shape and be then strong in that shape so you can move in and out of that movement pattern, okay? If you have gone to the hardest level to hit that shape, okay, and you can't achieve the shape to begin with, all you're doing is strengthening muscles in the wrong way, okay? That causes injuries long term. It doesn't correct anything. It doesn't make you stronger. long term. Okay, you're doing press ups out here where you're banging them out all the time because you can do more. Doesn't make you stronger. It makes you stronger in a negative way as opposed to a good positive way. All right, and you've got to learn the difference between those. All right. So last time, wrist nice and strong, head down, glue it down, coming up as tall as you can. Make this one your best one. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1. Coming up, going back. One more. So in that position, gently coming up, hop your knees out nice and wide, bring your hands down forward, stretching it out as best as you can, hips down, hands creeping as far forward as they can take. Big deep breaths, amazing effort guys, honestly, really good. So sliding that hand underneath the right hand first, drawing it down, getting that stretch in the shoulder, the upper back. So gently swap the sides. Big deep breaths. Good. From there, taking your right hand over your left, getting that stretch up your obliques, up the back, into the shoulder. Good. Swap sides. Good. From there, again, like we did earlier, using your sofa or piece of furniture to slide your arms on the back. Nice proud chest, as tall as you can. Good. And shake it out. Have an amazing day, guys. Honestly, I hope you enjoyed today's session. It flew by. Hope you found the exercises beneficial. Let me know how you're feeling. If you enjoyed the video today, give it a little thumbs up, share it with your friends, hit that subscribe button, become a part of this community. You are more than welcome to be. Have an amazing one. Yeah, super tough, some of these exercises. They look so easy. It's ridiculous, but honestly, they're really challenging, aren't they? You know, and they make your heart sweaty. But yeah, congratulations, you made it through. Have an amazing day. Enjoy the rest of it, whatever you get up to. And I shall see you tomorrow for our lower body rehab session. Can you believe another week is almost over? Wow, it's just flying. Be like last year, it's just super quick. And all the rest of it. So keep working on your goals. Keep everything. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. Hit me up in the discussion board. Hit me up on social media. You name it, whatever. Be happy, more than happy to help. Okay. You take care. Have a good one. Body's in shock. Gonna lay down and drink a cup of tea. Have a lovely one. Okay. You take care. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons on the way out. Have an amazing one. So see you tomorrow. Take care.